welcome to the Tokumei podcast. I am your host today, Anime for Days, also known as Lucy, and this is my co-host, Kentina Star.
Hello.
How you guys? How are you doing today?
I'm good. I was dealing with a refrigerator.
What?
My refrigerator breaking all week.
Oh no!
On Tuesday, I went downstairs. Me and my wife went downstairs after I got done streaming and stuff. We were like, oh yeah, what should we have for dinner? I'm like, okay, yeah, we can just go down and figure it out. So we go down there and then we open the fridge and we don't hear it running, the cooling thing, the
Oh my god! So funny.
And my wife is a little concerned, and me being a more peace of mind person, I guess you could say, because I gotta be for her sake, so she doesn't worry, but she still worries anyway. And then either way, she was like, oh, it doesn't feel like the refrigerator is on, it's not cooling and stuff. I was like, yeah, that sounds weird, because it was just working. So it's weird that it's just not doing it. Maybe it's just settling right now, and it maybe it will kick on afterwards. You know, being optimistic a little bit. And so we make our food and stuff. We eat and stuff, and then time goes by, and then we check again. Still wasn't cooling. Things was not frozen. The freezer was not frozen. All the stuff in there, the chicken nuggets, the chicken nuggets.
Oh no, the chicken
my
nuggets.
vegetable meals. All of it was very not frozen. And I was like, oh no, I think maybe it might be broken. But it's weird because the light was coming on.
Yeah.
But it wasn't cooling, and it was just very.
Did you get it sorted out?
Well, we found out that it just died, and it was not being fixed. But which is to be fair, because my refrigerator was very old. So I knew it was going to happen eventually, but it was just it chose to do it on the hottest week of the entire fucking world.
Of course
and
it is.
So for 2 days, because we did buy a new one. And but they couldn't install it until today, which is literally today.
Wait, really?
Today to do it. Yeah, they couldn't do it until Thursday. So literally, all our food went bad, all of it. So we had to clean everything out. We had to throw all out the chicken nuggets, the milk, and everything else. It was awful. It felt awful. So we literally couldn't go grocery shopping because we couldn't store it anywhere. At first, we had the idea of putting ice in it because it's just making it cooler. We were like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. We'll just make it cooler. So the first day, we go down there, get ice. Well, at first, it was closed. The convenience store was closed. So then we had to go back and then get the ice. And then we got the ice, we got the ice, and, we were in the cooler. We're like, okay, cool, we just keep doing this for the next 2 days. No, the world just doesn't want things to go simply. Because the next day, when we went to go to the convenience store, he was out of ice. I'm like, how are you out of ice? What, did everyone decide to buy ice all of a sudden? That we need ice? And then I was like, what? Okay, whatever, we'll just DoorDash some ice. Everybody seemed to be out of ice. Everyone was just out of ice.
Out of ice.
I get it because it's hot and nothing, swimming pools aren't open yet, so I guess it makes sense. But come on, man.
What? Who puts ice in swimming pools, Kenzie?
I don't know, man. I'm just saying, people was buying up the ice and we needed it for important reasons. And so we couldn't ice anything up, so all the food went bad, and then we had to throw it out.
God.
And then,
well, you've had a week.
I did have a week. And then they couldn't come until they had to come between 7 and 11. But they came. They took that shit out so fast. They was these two guys that came in. They're man, these fucking women, they can't fucking, they didn't say that, but I'm pretty sure they're these women can't take out a refrigerator by themselves, you fucking losers. I'm and then we had like they come in with all our nerd posters. It's like, oh, they're fucking nerds. Probably why. That's why they can't take out a refrigerator.
Oh God.
No, I'm kidding. I don't know if they actually meant that, but I'm just joking. But the most part is that they came in, got the fridge in there, and now we got food again.
Hey, let's go.
So, but that's what I dealt with. Mostly.
That's what you've been dealing with this week. Oh God, and it's so hot though. That's even worse. Oh my God.
It's extremely hot.
It's gonna be warm. It's warm today as well when we're recording. Me and Kenty were speaking literally before the podcast, and the first thing we said it's so hot.
It is literally so fucking hot. Like unbearably hot. Like I went outside for like literal seconds. And I came back in and I was like in a pool of sweat. It was
awful.
It was gross. I immediately jumped in the shower. I was so grossed out. Yeah, I hate sweating. To
be fair, that is true. I mean, God, every time I wake up, because it's so hot in the apartment, in the flat, and because we're at the top, it's just hot every time. We've got all the windows open and it's doing nothing. It's actually terrible, and I'm constantly just wanting to get into the shower and have a cold, like a literal cold shower.
That's literally what I did, and I'm still sweating.
I know, it's tragic. It's actually tragic.
I was like, it's no point. It wasn't even worth it. Now my hair is wet, I'm wet, and it's not even the good kind of wet that I like.
Oh my God. To be fair though, I'm really excited. I'm going on holiday next week. I'm so excited for it. I'm excited to get in a pool.
Awesome. You going in swimming? You gonna be
I wanna be
cute in a swimsuit and whatnot?
Hell yeah. To be fair, maybe I should oh my God, do you know what? There's like a cosplay, there's a Marin cosplay of her bikini, and I might just get it, honestly.
Yeah?
I might freaking get it. Cosplay is that. Hell yeah.
That would be dope.
I would be pretty cute.
You gotta show me a selfie of you.
Hey, yo.
Cute and stuff. You and all cute and whatnot.
Of course.
Like, do you do a lot of cosplays?
I've never really done a cosplay before, and I've always wanted to cosplay. Like,
really?
Always wanted to. Yeah. I guess I just haven't had the opportunity. Like, when I was younger, we were gonna go to a Comic-Con, but I think it was just we weren't able to do it in the end. Me and my sister wanted to go, and I've always wanted to cosplay as well. I always had like this plan that I wanted to cosplay as this girl from School Live, which is a zombie anime. I don't know if you've seen it before.
School Live? I don't think I've ever seen it. No,
have you not? It's like this zombie anime where these like they're moe girls.
No.
Really?
No.
To be fair, it's not that well known, honestly.
I think the only zombie show that's like moe that I know is like Zombieland Saga.
Oh really? Oh yeah.
Where it's like, hold on, let me see. Let me see.
I don't know if you've seen this before. Oh, you've seen it.
Oh no, I have not seen this before.
But it's honestly so good. Honestly, it's really good anime, and I always wanted to cosplay as one of the girls in it because I just love their outfits. But I don't know. I just never had the opportunity to. Have you?
Oh wait, no. I've seen the girl with the pink hair in the hat before. I didn't know this was where she was from though.
Yeah, but
that would be really cute. I think that would be dope. I cosplay very little.
Really?
Yeah, I done like an Inuyasha cosplay at one point. And
oh my God.
I did a like a Tokumei one. And then I done like I think Fullmetal Alchemist Elric cosplay at one point.
That's so cool. What the heck?
Like, it was like so long ago though. It was like ages ago.
Did you actually go to conventions?
Yeah, there's a convention where I'm at that, well, it used to be before, like, the pandemic. Yeah. But there was a local convention that would happen every year, and I would go to it. And then my wife eventually started coming to it with me, because then I got married, and she was like the love of my life, and then we cosplayed together. And but she did a lot more cosplays than I did. She like really started to get into it. Because then eventually I kind of like was like, oh, I don't really want to cosplay. I just kind of want to go to the con and have fun. Like, because there's like so much that goes into cosplaying, from all the makeup and the weapons and the props and and I don't really like carrying stuff around. I have this weird thing where I don't like holding stuff if I don't have to.
That is true, yeah.
So, yes, and then wigs, like, would get annoying, and you have to keep moving them, and I'm all hot, and I don't like getting sweaty, so I'm like, no. So, yeah, I haven't done it in a while.
To be fair, I've always wanted to go to a a con or something like that during the summer. I don't know why. I think it's honestly the worst decision ever because it's going to so really hot. Maybe in the UK it wouldn't be too bad. Maybe. I don't really know. Sometimes, to be fair, it's raining constantly anyway. So.
I'm surprised you haven't gone to a con in your area.
I've always wanted to.
There's so many where you're from.
Yeah, there's a couple. I think there's obviously one in London.
Especially MCN just passed just recently.
Yeah, it was in May and I missed it.
I know. Why don't you go for like a day? You could go for a day con.
Did. Because my university, it's like a couple of hours away from London. And because it was during my time when I was doing my thesis, I couldn't go, which actually sucks. Why? Why
did you stop her from having fun, you thesis?
Exactly.
How dare you? Damn you. She could have been cute.
Go, though.
You could have went as your like sexy bunny outfit that you have.
Oh my god, yeah. Why is that thing messing up?
That would have been cute. Yeah, but yeah, no, I went to a bunch of cons. Did I ever tell you about the story? I almost died.
Huh? Tell me this. What do you mean?
I never told you this. No.
What do you mean? I love how Kenty just comes out with this, information every now and then. Do you know that this happened? And I'm like, no. What do you mean?
I thought I told you. Okay, so. So I guess, I don't know. I guess because this is a whole like domino effect of what happened, and potentially, me and my wife decided it would be cool because we would go to cons all the time, and we would love cons, and cons was like so much fun, and you have like the con experience and stuff, and we were like, oh, what if we like worked like at a con, like with dealers, and like go to different cons and like work at a table, but we get to like go there for free. I guess you could say for free, but like be at a con. So it was like, oh, that would be kind of cool, you know? And so I kind of happened to get in contact with someone that was in potentially hiring for that.
Yeah.
And at this point, which was like the worst decision we have ever made, because I was working at GameStop. I had a pretty good job at GameStop. I was like a third key at GameStop.
Oh, wow.
With a pretty good paycheck, you know? But I was like, you only kind of live once, right? So you should like take opportunities when they happen. And, my boss was also like, you should try it. I think it would be really cool. You always talk about working in a con and anime atmosphere and stuff. And I was like, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna try it. So I quit my job. So that was the first reason.
You just quit your job?
I just quit my job.
I love how it's so spontaneous. I love people like, I'm gonna quit it. I mean, why not? To be fair, you got a point. You got I'm gonna as well, right?
It's because it's retail, but like it's retail, so I can always get another retail job.
True,
you know?
True.
So I'm like, I'm gonna give it a shot. But my wife kept her job. She worked at like FYE. Cause like we had a perfect setup too. I was at GameStop, she was at FYE. We worked in the same mall, and we could have our lunch together and stuff. It was. I love
how you're saying these places. I don't know where they are, but I know they're just retail.
You don't know what a GameStop is?
No, I don't. What is that? I was literally listening to the whole story. This is what I take out.
Wait, what? You don't have a GameStop?
I don't know what that is. What is it?
It's a gaming store. It's a place that sells games.
Hold up, I need to see.
GameStop is like the biggest game store in the world. You've never seen the memes about GameStop?
I actually haven't, mate. I'm a boomer at this point, huh? What is wrong with me?
I just never heard
of
it
in the UK. Hold on, let me look.
Like What? No way. There's no way they don't have GameStops where you're from.
Oh, we have something called Game. That's one that. No. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. It took me.
Maybe they're called exchanges. No.
Oh, they had one in Oh, they do. They had one in Ireland, but I've never been to Ireland, so.
Maybe they're called something else, because they own another store called It's About Games or EB Games.
No.
You ever heard of EB Games?
No, they only have. Yeah, I've never seen it before. They don't have any.
Well, long story short, it was a gaming store that I worked at. That you could, I had pretty good deals on getting discount on games, the new games that came out, and FYE was pretty much like a sort of a game store, but more they would sell music and CDs and stuff and movies and whatnot. So we had it kind of pretty good, you know. But you know, I quit that job. My wife kept her FYE job just in case. And we got hired by the guy, and so the guy, you know, for the first red flag to this is that
there's multiple. What?
There's multiple. The first red flag to this whole situation is that the guy was saying that, you know, he would come pick us up, but it would only be him, and we would have to drive, like, do some driving along the way. Which is okay, because we both drive, we both have our license and stuff. But the problem is that we've never drove, like, traveling-wise. And at night. We don't drive at night. And they were like, oh, you would have to drive at night. And I'm like, okay, you know, okay, I feel like that's not a problem, you know, that sounds fine. And then, okay, so the day comes, you know, to, like, start the day, you know, do the thing. And, he was like, he shows up in, like, the most sketchiest van I've ever seen. The type of van that you would see in, like, most kidnapping situations.
Oh, no.
So that should have been like a first red flag. Like, okay, this doesn't seem like a very high class company that goes to the conventions and has like these. But you know what? I said, you know, he's already here. We might as well see it through.
I love how you were like, yeah, I might as well go now.
So we get in the van, and mind you, there's not a lot of seat room. It's just him, the middle seat, and then me, in the passenger seat. And then I guess there's like the stuff that he like has for the con in the back, and stuff. And then I guess my wife like kind of was in the back of that.
Yeah.
And I was in the passenger seat because I didn't feel comfortable with him being her being next to him.
Yeah, that's bad.
So like, you know, I took the bullet. You know, I was like, I'll be by this guy. So we start on the road. We start doing our thing, and you know, he was like kind of introducing himself even more and telling us about his stick and what he does and stuff. And he's like, he has a few employees that works for him that's already at the con setting stuff up. I guess I'm like, that makes sense, you know, he already has people there, this is like the side truck, you know, he's getting there and whatever, and that's cool. So then, this is where the second red flag comes in, that should have been more aware that this is not a good person and not a good company. He was just like, you know, I've had people in the past quit, like right after, you know, doing a first job. They even stole some stuff from me. I'm like, oh, that's interesting, you know. I'm like, well, you know, I mean, we would never do that because we don't steal. We're not in the moment of stealing, you know. Like,
we're not in the moment. Don't worry, guys.
Don't worry.
I'm not in the moment.
I chose my phrasing carefully because it plays a key part in the.
Oh no! Oh God! Oh no! Okay,
So we start driving, you know, and we're on the road, you know, and we're on our way to the convention, and the convention that we went to was like a first time convention for us. Was I think it was a convention in Chicago. I don't even know if you know what Chicago is. It's like,
yeah.
I mean, it's a different type of Chicago. It's like a convention in like I can't remember what it's called at the moment, but it's a convention in Chicago, mostly in between Indianapolis and Chicago. And so we're driving, everything's cool for a while, and then, you know, slightly I doze off because, you know, it's a long drive and it's traveling and stuff, and then, you know, I pass out because I feel very secure, and I feels like, you know, everything's gonna be just a smooth sailing.
Yeah.
Well, that was wrong. That was the third red flag of me falling asleep because I was just not aware of what's going on. So, after me waking up slightly, my wife is in the back scared shitless, and and she's saying, like, please don't ever fall asleep again because, my God, it was... Like, and I was like, why? What happened? I'm like, I'm trying to understand what happened. And she said, look, the guy is falling asleep while driving. The guy is literally falling asleep while driving.
No, oh my God.
Like,
no.
He's like, and I'm not even talking about like slightly dozing out.
Yeah.
He is sleep, like the wheel is turning, and the van is like wibbling, wobbling all over the street and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I immediately start screaming out like, yo, if you are falling asleep, we need to stop or change over or change drivers or whatever because I am not dying for you. I don't even know you.
Dying for you.
Like, I like the anime and convention, but I don't like it that much. Like, you know.
I don't like it that much.
So, literally, we could almost die in that situation. So my wife takes her for driving. For a while. Which I'm safe and comfortable with my wife driving because she drives mostly all the time. Yeah. And then I switched to driving. He had a problem with me driving. The moment I started driving, I feels like he had a problem with me because he could tell I was like more of a dominant force, like that wouldn't take bullshit, you know. And I think he didn't like that I screamed at him, but literally we were about to die. Like, I was like,
man, you're interrupting my sleep.
Whoa, excuse me. I didn't mind to interrupt your sleep of us almost dying from your stupidity. And then, so I start driving, and this man is like some of the biggest backseat driving I have ever seen in my life. God. Like, he's like, oh, you're not driving straight. You're not, you know,
you are driving straight.
I'm like, the nerve of you. So, like, immediately I was just like, okay, I'm just not gonna drive anymore. So, like, you feel like if you want to just stop, we need to stop and sleep. Or we gotta do something, you know, because I'm not getting in this van while you're driving and have sleep. So we stop, sleep, you know, and whatever. And then eventually we get to the convention. You know, we go through the whole convention. This whole convention scene was a nightmare. A nightmare. Because you're there all day. You know, you don't really actually get the chance to, like, you know, see the con. You know,
really?
Because you're at the stand all day, and because like the way he has it set up, which I get it, you know, in some way of fashion, you're trying to keep an eye out for shoplifters because if it's a convention, people are going to steal shit. I understand that, but this man has guards on every side of the convention, almost like it's expected it from everybody. Like, to steal. And it's like, man, like, and it's not even shit that's actually relevant. Like, it's like old anime shit that people don't really care about at the moment. Like, there's some up-to-date manga and other, like, stuff, but not really anything all that good, you know? So it's not really anything too crazy. So, but... You know, so we barely got any breaks. We barely, like, got any money in between. Like, we were, like, literally broke. You know, because like like the only like food that we managed to actually get is from calling my mom and having her send me like $20 so we could like get some food, and like because you know convention food is expensive.
Yeah.
So like me and my wife literally had to share like this steak that cost like $20. Literally like $20 or so. And we couldn't even get a drink, and that's just the food alone. We couldn't even get a drink.
Oh my god!
It was terrible. It was like the worst experience
at this point, you were like, "Why am I here?
Why exactly? Like, why am I here?" And not only was this guy just like a piece of shit, like he was the worst human being you could possibly ever think.
Yeah.
We found out more by his staff that he's banned to going to most conventions because of how shitty and crappy him and his sister is to most people and staff. He was like this oversized, you know, this king, the evil guy you would see in most like anime that's just snobby, oversized. They think they're better than you because they have like this business, but it's not really doing well. Who I can tell he doesn't really care about anime, but like he's just doing it for like the money, you know. And he would talk down on you. He would belittle you and stuff. And like it was one of those times that you ever get. It was the only time I ever truly got mad at something.
Really?
Because I don't know, I can't really remember exactly what he said to me, but he was like saying something almost like, because I was like, as we were there, I was kind of like talking to other people of other businesses that would be potentially better to work for conventions if we were going to try to continue to do this. And he was literally like talking down on other people, like things and like belittling me.
Really?
In a way. And like, it got so bad that I got so angry that I literally almost lost control of my body, where I could feel my fists rising, and like my wife caught me in time to not do it. I don't think he saw it, but my wife was able to see it enough for me. I got so mad that I was literally about to go to jail because of this guy.
Oh my god!
I was about to fucking destroy this man. But my wife caught me, so I did it. Thank God. Because he's not worth it. He's not worth it.
Oh,
he was not worth it. So, after that whole experience, we get done doing everything. And for all the things that we done, working nonstop, going through that whole experience, we only got $200 each.
What?
So approximately, we only made. I know he cheated us out because, of course, he did. Because he's a sleazeball and he like labor laws. He probably doesn't care a fuck about because it's like, you know, help and shit. So like we've only made approximately $400 between the both of us, and I think he might have gave my wife a little bit more because she was cosplaying at the time too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because she would cosplay as Maka, and like she would get a lot of pictures, and a lot of people would like be attracted to the thing that she was cosplaying. But I wasn't. I'm not doing this much for you. I don't even know you, bitch. Like, and especially after you were like talking down to us before that, like, why would I lift the finger to help you get
why would
your
I
business?
Put an effort into this?
Right.
Doing that to me. Hell no.
So then after that, but his staff was actually pretty chill. And like he would belittle them as well. He would belittle everybody. And then like they were quitting that day when we were leaving. Like everything was wrapped up, and like we were driving back because we wasn't driving back with him because he was going directly to another con. And we were like, no, we're not going to go to another con. We're kind of done with this whole scene.
You're kind of done with leaving.
We're done. I don't think we're going to be doing this anymore. And so we were driving back with his staff because they were going back as well because they were like done as well. And literally, we were in the back with like these like Dakimuras, like these body pillows that was back there. So we were like kind of like sleeping in there and stuff like that. And then we get back, and then, you know, we get back home. You know, it was really chill with them, you know, because they Like it was like a wife and another husband.
Yeah.
And they were pretty chill. They drove most of the time, switching back and forth. And it was really smooth. As it should have been the first experience, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But as we got back, and we were finally back home, which we felt, oh my God, it was like a beauty to be back home. Because we could have literally died in the process. God. We both looked at each other and was like, man, we should have stolen some shit. The first time ever we would ever say something like that. We were like, man, we should have stolen some shit, but we didn't. We didn't steal, but we should have. Because he deserved it. Funny. Like, man, after he gypped us off of not paying us correctly and fairly, and the way he treated us, I feels like it was only natural. I could see why people stole from him and, like, quit afterwards. Like, I could literally see why. And,
oh God.
And that was my experience working at a convention and how I almost died.
I can't believe you haven't told me this story. This is all I'm gonna say. How? I love how it's just I think Kentie's gonna come out throughout this podcast as we do it. She's just gonna come out with random stuff that goes, have I told you about this? I'm like, no.
I do have some kind of crazy stories, but I feel like that's something for another day. But yeah, it's because since we were talking about conventions, I feel like it was like appropriate. I can't believe I never told you that. I really thought I told you that before.
Told me that, yeah. I mean, if you were going to cosplay again, when was the last time you ever cosplayed then?
Man, I don't even know. Truthfully, it's been so long.
Hey, oh wow. I mean, if you were going to cosplay again, then what would you cosplay it? Excuse me.
Truthfully, I don't know.
Really?
Like the passion to cosplay someone doesn't really like hit me a lot.
Oh really? Oh.
I don't know if it's because of, you know, I just don't think I'll do most characters justice.
Yeah.
Or I just don't, you know, feel like going through the process of doing cosplay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe like Tifa if I had to pick a character, because I really love Tifa, and I think I could really pull off a good Tifa. But other than that, I don't know. I don't know. Well, who would you cosplay?
Does it not interest you as much anymore, I guess?
No, it doesn't. I just like being an anime fan, watching the stuff, watching anime, watching hentai, watching all the other stuff that goes with it, playing the games and stuff, and just like being a fan. I mean, I guess I would do if I was more confident in myself, I could do more like OnlyFans stuff, but I'm not confident in myself, so I don't.
I mean, when was the last time you went to a convention? When was that like literally the last time you went to one?
Oh no! I've been to conventions many more after that.
Oh wow!
But the last convention was in like 2019, like right before the pandemic.
Really? Yeah. Oh wow! Oh yeah.
I had like a whole collection of con badges that I would keep. Like I still have them to this day. Of all the cons I went to, there's at least like 13 badges there.
Yeah.
And
Ooh, that's so
but
cool.
yeah, no, like 2019 was like the last time I went to like an actual like convention. Like me and my wife went to like this artist alley at a college, and we bought like Genshin art. I bought Genshin art. My wife was very disappointed in going, because, not in like the art, but she was more disappointed herself because it showed to her that she's not really into a lot of stuff like modern culture stuff. That she couldn't really buy stuff because she doesn't really play Genshin. She likes the characters and she respects it, but she doesn't play it enough to like, buy art for it. And that's what mostly everyone was like selling was Genshin art, which was great for me.
At the time, you were out.
Like I bought this Raiden Shogun and Yamika art. And this Barbara art, which was really cute. I gotta show you a picture of it later because it's really, really cute. I still don't know where to put it because I have like.
It's just up. It's just wanted to get it. Now you're like, where do I put it?
It's literally that because my room is like filled with stuff already. So I really don't know where to put it. But But I went to that, but I wouldn't really count that as like a convention.
Yeah.
So it's been a long time. But plus, I'm afraid to go to conventions because like,
What? Why?
man, because of COVID. Because
Oh,
of COVID,
true,
man.
yeah.
Look, man, I'm so, I guess you could say, petrified of going to like a closed space, especially with people like cons have the repetition of not showering and not being kind of not sanitary. Even though I think most people are required to wear a mask, there's still like people who still go to conventions and still get like there's people going to conventions and they come out like, oh man, I have COVID. Like, well, I'm not. Well, that doesn't give me any favors of going.
That's true. I guess it's so different compared to the UK because currently they've literally got rid of everything related to COVID. They've got rid of everything. So that no more testing, no more masks, nothing. Then again, I guess it's just gone down.
Well,
I don't know what it's like in the US. I don't know. Because I know that you guys still wear masks and stuff like that. Well, depending on what state, obviously.
Depending on, we're not required to wear masks, but there's some people who do. You don't have to wear them in stores anymore. Like you don't have to do that. But like in like conventions, you do.
Yeah.
Like in like with a lot of people, you do. But even if you didn't have to, I still wouldn't feel comfortable going yet. Cause man, it's still that lingering. Cause people come across like different states and other places. You don't know where they've been or. You know, you never know, man. So, like, I keep my ass in the house.
I guess that's why I mean, obviously there is convention season now at the moment, especially during the summer. And I guess people are worrying. I guess some people are worrying maybe about what it's going to be like. Because I guess this is the most normal convention there probably has been for a while, right? Well, I would say normal in quotations. I think it's just different.
I do miss it, though. I do miss it. Like, the con scene... Like, just being around equal parties of people who are just very accepting about all different types of fandom. You can just kind of talk to anybody and have a conversation. And you just see nerds and weebs just being fun and having fun and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's great. It's great. Because, like, you see different cultures of, like, you know, DC and Marvel and anime and or just mixing different types of things. And cosplayers, like, they put out so much effort.
I actually have come to a con, but it's like it was a tiny one. It was a really small one. Like,
what was it like? What was your experience?
I guess it was a good start since I was young at the time. I went with my dad, and they were, as me and my sister were going around the convention, my dad just went far and bit.
It's so cute.
I was like, I don't know, maybe there was a few people that were dressed up. It was really cool to see, especially since that was like and where I really liked anime and I really wanted to like see what it was like. And it was the first time I saw other people that liked it, if that makes sense. Because always when I was younger, I didn't want to tell anyone about it. I mean, to be fair, I don't tell a lot of people about it now, but I guess I'm not as like closed off about it. As in, if someone goes, "What do you like?" I'll be like, "Yeah, I like anime," kind of like stuff. But when I was younger, I didn't.
Yeah, I know. I feel that. I was the same way.
It's only because, when once you said to someone you like anime, they make fun of you basically. Now it's not that. No, it's not really the same. Now it's more like it's quite.
It's everywhere. It's more open. Like people are more accepting of it because it's literally everywhere. Everywhere you can look, there's anime.
There is, and
literally
even though there's some people, I think there's some people obviously that still think it's a bit weird. I think, but then again, I do think it's more well known and more accepted than it was when I was at school. Like
Same.
like one time I did. Even though I wanted to keep it secret, I think I was in my last year of high school or upper school, and I wanted to do an anime club because I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. But we would have people, literally some of the boys would come in and just mess everything up, make fun of everyone that was in it.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, what is this? And I know, but I go, some of them must watch anime now. You can't tell me
They probably do. Oh, they probably do.
Yeah.
They probably did, and they just didn't, you know, they wanted to be cool. They wanted to be the cool kids and didn't really say, like, because I'm pretty sure a lot of them probably watched Dragon Ball Z. But didn't respect everything else. I don't know. It's weird. Cause like, Most boys always watch Dragon Ball Z. If it was like Dragon Ball Z, they watched it. Like
and
hardcore.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh my god. No, like I haven't watched anime. I was like, well, actually, but no. I mean, when I went to the convention, though, it was really nice to see people that would probably like have the same excitement as me about anime.
Yes, it was like a relief.
Yeah, it really was. Even though like it's such a small con, I would love to go to a bigger one because it was tiny. It was really
We would
small.
have to go to a convention. What if we like had our first like Tokumei podcast panel at a con together? That would be kind of cute.
Oh my god. To be fair though, I also really want to go to somewhere in America to experience a con because I have a feeling it'd be very different. It's very, very different.
I feel like the best convention in America to experience, like, well, three is like, of course, Anime Expo. Anime Expo is like the holy land of conventions in America. Second is a Colossal Con because it's like a water park, like theme area convention. Yeah, you see a lot of good like swimsuit cosplays. It's really cute. And then the other big one is like Comic Con, which is not really anime convention, but it's more of a like.
It was like gaming and it's like a whole rounded thing.
Yeah,
it's, everything's there basically.
Also, PAX is really big. Like PAX,
oh really?
Because it's like a big gaming convention, but you can still see people cosplay.
Frick it! I'll go next year. Go to America somewhere. I don't know where though. I don't really know.
Expo would be like your best bet.
Where do they normally do them? Do they do them in literally every state?
Well, most states have a convention. Anime Expo's in California though. It's like the most expensive place to go.
Oh, maybe I won't go there then.
If you budget properly, it can be.
How much is it? I mean, too fair. Hold on.
I mean,
it's really expensive, though, isn't it?
It is expensive.
Wait, was it called? Was it Anime Expo?
Yes, it's like literally the most popular anime convention you could think of. It's like the anime convention of conventions in America.
There's one in July. Well, I'm on holiday then. That's actually tragic.
And I don't know. Normally the tickets are like at least like. Maybe they're expensive, and then just to live in California is like one of the most high class areas to live.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, just to get to California is pretty expensive.
I want to see what tickets like. Ticket events, concert, no. Get involved, no. Register, volunteer, hell yeah. I'll just, you know what? You can have sponsors. What's this? I'm not even. Okay, I need to stop.
So if you register right now, a ticket now for all.
There's a maid cafe. What the heck?
So it's like $160 for all 4 day pass for a convention at Anime Expo, which is not that bad actually.
How much is it again?
$160. But if you do 2 people, that's double that. That's for one person though. That's not for
just one day.
No, that's for all 4 days.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I was like, just for one day. I was like,
no. For one day, it's like $80.
1 day's 80. Hello. Oh my god.
But one thing you gotta realize: this is the anime convention of the year.
Is that only one of the year?
This one, yeah. Anime Expo only happens once a year, and it's in California, which is like the most high cost of living place in the world.
Why is that?
And at least in the U.S. And so a day pass is like $80, and then for all a 4 day pass is $160. Yeah. But that's for one person. So if you would bring Scott, it would be double that. So
Scott wouldn't pay the money to do that.
And that's just the ticket alone. That's not counting like you shopping and buying stuff, food, hotel. Driving if you're not even close enough to the convention. There's so you're literally probably spending like $1,000 almost to go to anime convention if you're not living in California.
Yeah. That was the most British response ever.
because people know, like, when you go around that time to go to anime convention, like, to an anime convention, people, like, convention, it's like, hotels know, and they jack up the prices. But, like, you have no choice, because, like, if you're not living there, you have to get close enough to, like, not deal with traffic, because then you have to get an Uber and stuff, so you have to be, like, kind of in walking distance, and, it can get pretty pricey.
Oh God, this is becoming more unrealistic by the point, isn't it?
I mean, going to Anime Expo is a lot, but there's other ones that you can go to that's more reasonable.
What's
because the one I go to, I guess it's I mean, I would tell you the one that I go to, but it would kind of dox me a little bit.
Don't do that.
But I can tell you off screen the one I go to that happens.
Yeah, I'll just go there and I'll be like, "Hi, Kenty," and you're like,
"Hi." I would love that. I would love for us to hang out.
Oh, can you imagine? That'd be pretty cool though if I did and I met like loads of VTuber friends and stuff like that. That'd be really cool, actually.
I don't know if there's a lot of like this is not like the convention I had that I live at is. It used to be a lot better, but it's not really all that good.
It used to be a lot better.
So, like, it's not like top tier conventions. I don't expect a lot of people to show up all the time. Like, we do get some high class voice actors that show up.
Oh, really?
But not.
Oh, do you know who did show up though in Comic Con London? Was it Trash Taste went to
Trash Taste, yeah.
Oh, I was so sad.
Did you see about the panel incident they had there?
Huh? No,
where someone jumped, like a random viewer jumped on the stage and like sat down, which was like traumatizing because you don't know what this person or individual can do. And this is like their first panel, like live.
Oh no! I don't know if I want to see it. Should I look?
I feel like you should. It's like you can instantly find it if you go to YouTube and type in Trash Taste panel. They got a stage bomb, and this guy like had like his like fucking ass out, like like as he was leaving, like he didn't have like he had his ass out where you could just see like his ass just all out, and like I don't know, he seemed like a big guy, but he seemed kind of like off his rocker a little bit. He looked like he was kind of drunk.
They spoke about it.
Yeah, they did. They did speak about it. It was scary. It was scary. The more thing about it is like, where was security at? Like, why was there a lack of security? Like, what if that was like any other person? Was it because they were YouTubers that they didn't like increase security for that measure? But like, I don't know. It was. But apparently he did get arrested like the next day.
Oh God.
And then like apparently like it was just kind of like like the wrong place, wrong time kind of thing. Because it seemed like it wasn't like malicious intent. It just seemed like this guy was doing this to a lot of panels.
He was doing it to a lot.
Yeah, and it just happened to be their panel that he did it to as well. Which is unfortunate, being the first one. So, like, yeah.
They were just so confused.
Yeah. Imagine if this guy just sat next to you as we're doing our panel, and this guy just sits next to you. What do you even do?
I love how Joey looks round, hoping that someone will be like,
yeah, because you would think, right? You would think.
Like, where the fuck security? Where is it?
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, I mean, you do have some crazy experiences happen at conventions like that, but like, not to that extent. Not to that extent.
It's so awkward, man. I can't even. When did this come out?
It was like
in May. What the heck?
Yeah.
How do I not? Oh, it was at the end of May. Okay, that's fair.
And then, as he's leaving, you can see like his ass hanging out. It's like gross. It's so gross. It is ridiculous.
They're just so awkward. I can't deal with awkward. If I was there at the time, I would leave. I wouldn't be able to deal with it. I would be so cringed out. My skin would be crawling. I can't even.
At the same time, it's your panel, so like, what do you do in that moment? Like. You could, like, I don't know, you'd be, like, if you agitate this guy, he could, like, have a knife or something, or anything. He could have literally done anything, you know?
Oh god, this is so awkward. I can't. I don't really know what to think about it, honestly.
Yeah,
I didn't know
no.
that. I knew something happened. Someone mentioned it to me, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I actually haven't seen it, so that was the first time I've ever seen it. Oh god.
I'm glad that we got your reaction of it.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine though if that was like us and we were like
Oh
speaking?
no, I'd be terrified. I wouldn't know what to do.
We'd literally sit there like them, basically. We're like, "What the f are you doing? What?"
I would hope that security would be more in place by the time. But like, I don't know. So now it sucks because like this is their first convention panel, and every time it's going to be about that moment and not about other stuff that happened. You know,
it won't be about stuff. Yeah, that sucks. I think I want to. I want to see their reactions. They talk about it actually in the Trash Taste episode, one of the podcast episodes. I really want to see it. I want to see
like, they talked about it in their podcast, and then Joey did a separate video talking about his experience with
it.
Because
no,
he's mentally traumatized from it now.
Really?
They just realized just how more big they are, that they need security. And like, could you imagine being like so popular at a convention that you can't walk around by yourself? Like you're literally being swarmed, like mobbing. Like you're like
kind of like PewDiePie, though, isn't it? I think PewDiePie's just sick of it. I don't think he wants the limelight anymore, honestly.
I mean, I think it would be. I mean, I don't know. I guess for him, he has been in that limelight for a while. But for me, I'm like, man, I would like to see what that would be like for like one time.
Like a day in the life of like PewDiePie or whatever, or a big YouTuber. I wonder what that's like.
There, so you'll be that big
YouTuber
God, soon.
No, that's insanely big. But like,
what would you be like in your first panel? What would you do? Like if you had your like first panel?
I already know. Like, what would you talk about?
I
VTubers? I mean, I don't guess is there actually ever been any VTubers that have been in panels? Has there?
Iron Mouse and stuff that has done it. She did like a digital panel where she was pretty much just doing her normal, like it felt like a normal stream, but a panel. But like a private one. And it was very unique in a way. But then there's other VTubers who did go to like actual panels like recently, like Val and Numi and
like as themselves.
As themselves. But they like if they would take pictures, they would tell people like to not show their face to like not break the immersion, you know, for some people. And just for safety and stuff like that.
Yeah, but there must be one person that does it, you know?
I'm pretty sure there is. I'm pretty sure there is, but I didn't go look for it, so I don't know. But I'm pretty sure like they like show what clothes they are so people know that they're there, but they don't show their face. You know. But apparently Val had a good time, you know, and Vienna and all them had a good time, so I'm pretty sure they had a good experience. I don't know if I could do that. But I don't know, we'll see. I'm not really.
I don't know. I think someone actually said to me the other day, I think it's because I mentioned how I don't know, I think I mentioned like something about my the pictures I put up of me in my Playboy outfit thingy, I think, or my maid outfit. And they were like, "Oh, would you ever show your face?" And I was like, I don't really know. Because we've talked about the immersion breaking before in the podcast. And I'm like,
that's the first episode.
No, man. That was the first episode.
First or second episode, yeah.
Yeah, it was
with fruit.
I don't know.
It was like with fruit when she had her face reveal.
Oh yeah. I've thought about it a little bit more, and I'm like, I don't know if I would. I don't know. Now that it's been a couple of episodes. Well, probably been a lot. It's been a few episodes now. And time has gone by. I don't know if I would. I know do you get any people that message or come in to your chat saying, "Oh, would you show your face?"
No, not that yet, but I have gotten people who said like, what's your real voice? Like people want to hear my real voice and stuff. Yeah. I'm like, you're listening to it right now. This is my real voice.
Like, what do you mean? This is it. What do you mean?
But that's like the only extent I get is that is just curious, like what's the voice behind Kentina? And a lot of people know, like you and everyone else and ABZ and stuff. But I don't think I would ever. I think I did one time. I did like a immersion break-in like years ago, but I ended up deleting it afterwards. But I wouldn't do it again.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't know if I would do it again though.
To be fair, you did put up a picture of your hand, and you had really pretty nails. I'm not gonna lie. Really
I did do that.
Thank
you. I haven't gotten my nails done in a while though. No. But I was doing it for a while. I do. Do you get your nails done a lot?
To be fair, they're not. I swear to God, every time I get my nails done, they mess it up. They mess it up big time, and it scares the shit out of me because I grow my nails out, and they file them down to nothing, and then they paint them, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" It took me so long to grow my nails, and then they just file it down like it's like I didn't work so hard just to grow this nail. I get really angry. It's happened twice now, and I'm like, "Do I even bother? Do I bother?"
No,
anymore?
I feel that. See, I use a lot of press-on nails.
Oh yeah,
and then like I put them on, and then after a while, it's like hard to like type what the nails I have, and then they'll pop off, and I'm just like, and then I'll glue it back on, and go through the procedure, and then after a while, then another one will pop off, and I'm like, you know what, forget it, forget it.
You know what? I don't care anymore. I don't care. To be fair though, I've always wanted acrylics, but I know they ruin your nails big time. Like I've seen what they look like when they ruin your nails, and I'm like, but they look good, but it's worth it. I'm not sure.
It's definitely
worth
it. But I do love it because I had the Jinx type of nails.
Wait, what? And you didn't show me? Wow.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I didn't show you because it was like you know how Jinx nails she has like the blue and then the pink like pattern and everything. And I had that.
So cool. That
and
is
then
so cool.
I had it for a good while, and then they kept popping off. I'm like, why?
No.
Why do you do this to me? Did I not buff you enough? Is my fingers not worthy enough? But like so like for a while, and then when I was opening up Pokemon cards, it was hard to like open up Pokemon cards with my nail on as well. At least the way I was doing it. Maybe I'm just a noob at opening Pokemon cards, but so
it is hard. You can't actually do it. You have to do it with your like fingertips because it's really hard, honestly. Because my nails are quite long actually as well, and they get in the way sometimes. But yeah, no.
Do you have nails Do you have nails right now? Like
No, I don't. I have just really long nails. I grow them out. I try and grow them out.
See, I hate growing out my nails because then like dirt will get underneath it and I have to clean it.
That's the only issue. That's the only issue about it, man.
I hate it. It's so gross. It's so gross.
Like, my nail is probably as long as my thumbnails are long as acrylic now, which is kind of insane. But that is the only issue, is like dirt and everything. Why is it so hot? Oh my god, it's somehow got hotter, and I don't know how because
it's because of you. You're so hot.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm getting flustered. Oh my god!
You're so cute, but no, seriously, that's why they were coming for you, because you're so hot. They're like, Lucy, you're making the world go a little bit 20 extra degrees.
You're ruining the atmosphere. Oh my god, what is this?
No, you're making it beautiful, but they just can't handle it.
But no, I mean, the thing is, I do really want to go back to the cosplaying thing for a minute. I mean, would you ever go to a cosplay convention as it dress up as your VTuber?
As me?
Yeah.
That's actually a good question. I don't know, because I have like a lot of... I mean, I guess it's not anything too crazy out there.
Yeah.
Imaginary right now. I mean, maybe. I wouldn't mind it. I mean, I am Kentina physically and mentally. Like, so like, I'm already cosplaying, mostly without...
Yeah. I guess so, yeah, that makes sense.
In a way, I know that sounds kind of weird. Like, I'm cosplaying.
No, I get it, yeah.
But, I haven't thought about that, but I have thought about, like, you getting to the point where you have a figure of yourself.
Hey, yo, that would be sick.
Like,
oh my
god.
God.
Like, you just have this statue of yourself. Like, you get so big enough to get a figure of yourself.
Oh my god, that would actually be amazing.
Would you buy your own figure?
Oh yeah. The thing is, you know what people be like? It's just Miku. If that was me, that is just
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah. They're like, wow, is that another Miku figure? What?
Is that exclusive Hatsune Miku figure?
Miku figure? Oh my god.
Playing as a cosplaying as a VTuber? Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
But in some cases, would you cosplay as yourself?
Yeah, I think I would. I think what the problem would be, like I said, is people thinking I'm actually Hatsumiku. I guess you just have to deal with that.
I mean, if you were your purple hair self, then it wouldn't be a problem.
Oh, that's true. That is true. I would love to dress up in it as well because I love just my outfit and just. It would be something like I would wear. The only issue is I'd have to get it custom made. Oh my god, why is my phone was freaking out again? But yeah, I would have to get it custom made, which would be very expensive. Very, very expensive. I don't know what to do about this thing on my head.
You just go around singing that TikTok, my booty don't jiggle jiggle. It folds. I wouldn't want to...
Jiggle. What is it, the wine on my booba the other day when I was singing?
I did see that. That was very bold for you.
Thank you.
I think I'm corrupting you more and more every day.
Yeah, maybe. People are going, Lucy, this is too lewd. You need to go back. I was like, look, this is me now. This is me.
I'm sorry. I've been breaking and corrupting Lucy. It's sweet. Your sweet Lucy is now mine forever.
Okay.
I feels like I've been. Most people say I corrupt a lot of my friends to be more lewd. Like I've corrupted Square. I've corrupted Lori.
Lori.
Like she doesn't say loose stuff, but she's more tolerable about it now than she was before. She still does her cute animal noises that she makes when loose stuff comes up, but for the most part, it's I think it's just being more you and not holding back. Because I think when it comes to it, we could joke around and say, oh, you're cute, you're sexy, you're boobas, I would like to smack your boobas or something like that. And we could tell it's a joke, but there's other people that would take it more serious than that. And
yeah, there's some people that literally was like the other day, literally in like my stream, literally the other day. I think I need to turn the light on because my mom was freaking out. There you go. I'm stuck. But they were like, they kept saying it was a new viewer that came in, and they were just like saying, oh, it was just weird stuff like, oh, can I have some of your milk and stuff like that. I'm like, ew, go away. I don't want you here. Get out.
No, that is kind of gross. That's very
like,
gross.
If it was like my mates or just joking about it, I'm like, that's fine because we've got boundaries and we've set them boundaries for like mates and stuff like that. But it's because it's someone random, someone new in the chat.
Especially not someone that's just been here, that's just clicked on it just because of the boobas. Which, I feels like, if you're going to be horny, I don't mind people being horny, but do it before you get on Twitch, do it before you get on Twitch. Don't come to twitch.tv. Like, yes, we have very sexy models and we're looking very voluptuous. I get it, but we're looking voluptuous for ourselves and our friends.
Exactly. I'm not doing it for you. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it for you. I'm not doing it.
Random Timmy that comes in the chat.
Random Timmy.
But I'm going back. I think you would look adorable as yourself. I mean, I've seen you with your cutest buttons, and I think if you just got a blue wig, I think you essentially already look. I think you already modeled yourself closely to what you actually look like.
My eyes. I'd have to change my eye color. My eye color's like green, so.
Would you wear contacts, like color contacts?
Yeah, I wear like blue contacts, and then I do. I guess the hardest part with the outfit would be why is my model? My model's freaking out. I don't really know.
Your model's just
it's really bad, man. I don't know what's happening, but with the thing around my head. Like the hairband, but the sci-fi hairband, basically. But I don't know how.
Is that a headband or is it like a? I never understood what your headband is. Is it a hair piece or is it like?
Kind of like and it's like an accessory, but obviously it's meant to be more sci-fi, meant to be like a bit more futuristic. So that's why it's around my.
If I would like take a hold of it, would I be able to like change
I guess you
your
could take
coat?
Huh?
Would it control you? Like if I
Control me? Oh my gosh! Yes! Penny's trying to
Because
control me.
you're a cyber girl, right? So like you have to have like a control to
Oh
control
no!
your cyber.
My thing is actually where I have control over everything, but the only reason I got changed is because I can live longer. That is literally it.
Ah, okay, I see.
I was in the trash, man. They chucked me away.
I would never throw
Chucked
you
me.
away.
Oh my god! I am now Kenties. I'm now Kenties. Kenty is in control of me. I bark only for Kenty. Bark, bark, bark.
Oh no! Stop it! Now you're gonna make me fluster.
Oh my god.
But yeah, no, I think it would be cool to cosplay as myself at one point.
Yeah, I would love to see that. That'd be really cool.
I think
that
my
would be
newer
really
model
cool.
would be a lot harder.
To be fair, actually, yeah, that is true. That is very true. I mean, have you seen? There's a VTuber. I can't remember their name, but they cosplay as their VTuber a lot when they go to conventions, or they dress up as it.
I haven't seen that. But I have seen. There's a VTuber who, like, it's a VTuber that cosplays a different, like, VTuber.
Really?
Themselves, like they have like their own self as a VTuber, but then they cosplay like the accessories that go with it, like being. I think her name is like Tigra or something. Tiger. She's like a Tiger VTuber. Yeah, it's actually really cool. It's unique. And stuff. I don't get to watch her a lot, but I've seen her from time to time.
It is really cool that people. I guess I don't know when it's ever going to come to the point where people are like okay with having like immersion breaks. I see it still all the time where people post immersion breaks and stuff like that. And
I've heard, I still see it. I think more people are trying to like be a little bit more considerate of people who do don't care about immersion breaks, but who do care about the immersion break. They kind of like warn them, like, hey, this is going to be kind of immersion break a little bit, you know. I think people are like trying to find a like happy balance.
Yeah, that's fair.
I feels like it's still kind of, you know, like messed up, but I feels like it's a good like way to keep peace between both fandoms, you know.
Yeah, I suppose. I think people should be more. I guess it's more. No VTuber ever actually worries about other VTubers having immersion break. It's more like the audience having problems with it. If that makes sense.
Yes.
And that sucks. That's the. You know, I've had like immersion breaks before. I've never called them immersion breaks though. Maybe I should in the future. I don't really know.
I mean, technically it's like because essentially we're being ourselves, but we are a character to somebody, you know, and we, you know, have stuff that people collect and whatnot. So we are, I guess, essentially an anime character. It's weird to think about that in some ways.
It is really weird. Yeah, it's really strange.
So it's almost like we are like,
oh my god,
we're like a Sakura. Like, hey, what anime you come from? The anime of Kentina Star. That's the anime I come from.
Yeah, what do you mean? Yeah, what anime? Oh, Miku. They won't even ask me what anime I'm from. They're just gonna think I'm Miku. They're like, oh wow, I love your Miku cosplay art. You know what I will say? I'll just say yeah. In the end, I think I'll get sick of it. If that was the case. I'll be like, yeah, Miku.
But you know, you did something recently this week that broke you away from Miku, but then you went back, which is your purple hair self, which I really love, by the way. I'm not gonna. I mean, I love your blue hair. Don't get me wrong. I love your blue cute self, but I really liked your purple hair.
Really, you liked it?
It was very unique. I think it makes you stand out. It makes you pop out. It really bursts your personality more. And I would say, I would encourage you to do the purple hair because it truly cuts you off from being Miku or compared to being Miku.
No, that is true. It definitely does.
And
I think the problem is with it is like any other character that has blue hair is just compared to Miku. That's literally it. I mean, compared to a lot of other stuff now.
At least the color blue you have. Like, if it's the teal blue color, then it has that Miku feel.
Yeah. Which sucks, but like, you know.
It's just how it is, man. It's just how it is.
Be what it be. I mean, I'm still, obviously, I would never change anything about my model. I love my model.
Oh, no, I'm saying. I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying, 'cause I would love you regardless.
But the purple hair, the purple hair, I really liked. I love that new feature though.
I do too. I do. It's super cute.
And all the new things in it as well. Like, have you seen all the ears that move as well along your? Oh, it's insane!
I did where you can clone your model.
Yeah.
And I had like a double of me on screen while streaming. Like you literally turn yourself into a prop, which is cool.
Oh my
You can even turn like emotes and stuff into props now.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah. So like you could turn like head pats into its own like timed emote, like where you can like.
Really?
Yeah. So like say like if someone does a head pat, you can like press a button on your keyboard and set it up to like go on, and then it'll go away after a certain time. So you don't forget about it being on all the time.
Oh yeah, because I've actually changed mine. Mine used to be like I had to put it on, but I'm so glad I've changed it to the point where it just automatically comes on now. Because oh my god, like before,
I would spend like the entire stream with it being on. It would be so goddamn annoying. Like man, I should have took this off ages ago.
Yeah, you just forget about it. You just forget about it constantly. So yeah.
But yeah, but other than that, what the thing that happened other than that was the Numi stuff that happened, where she got banned from PayPal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we saw that on Twitter.
And which is kind of fucked up because you would think nowadays with PayPal, like streaming being such a big thing, you would think PayPal would be more accepting to streamers. Now, I don't know exactly what she got banned for.
Do you explain who it is? There was basically a VTuber.
Yes.
That got, what was it? They got their Twitch banned, and then also their PayPal.
Well, it started with PayPal. Their PayPal got banned first. And essentially, a streamer, a very popular VTuber name is Numi. Tokumei Numi, I think her full name is. But most people just call her Numi. She's a devil girl, a demon girl. And she posted on Twitter that she was frustrated with PayPal, that she was on the phone with them for hours of her PayPal being banned and freezing her account and seizing like all her money. And essentially saying I guess they gave her the reason that they closed her account because they think she was like a sex worker and stuff. And they don't work with that kind of stuff, which is kind of bull because, like, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that does OnlyFans and stuff like that. And like,
yeah, I was gonna say, like, also nothing wrong with sex work.
Right, but even if that was the case, like, how would you even know she's using the money for that purpose?
Yeah,
like,
what the heck?
Like I'm pretty sure she was using it for art and like music, because she does music and stuff, and like she was doing it with deals with people, and like her account. They just closed her account without any warning. They didn't really tell her why. Like, they just came up with an excuse just to keep her money. And it seems like when I looked into it that PayPal does this a lot. And they're even getting sued for it, where they steal people's money. They're literally stealing people's money.
That's scary. That's actually really scary because I do everything on PayPal.
Same.
Like, everything.
Same.
My Twitch is connected to it. Why did they get banned then off Twitch?
So, after that, not even like a few hours later, she got a message that she got banned on Twitch as well. And she literally didn't know why, because she hasn't streamed in 3 days because she was at a con for like the past 3 days. But apparently, I guess when she got unbanned, she said that it was because of an old VOD. But when you get banned, Twitch deletes all your VODs. Yeah. So like they don't even tell you exactly why. So to this day, she doesn't really know. It could have, because she is a more of a lewd streamer more than I am. Yeah. But like nothing to the extreme that I think is bannable that anyone else is not doing. Yeah. And without an actual definition of why she got banned, like she really doesn't know why she got banned.
That's scary though.
Yeah.
And she's a partner as well.
Yeah, and that's the thing. How do you treat your partner people this way? Like, these are the people that work for you. Like, and it's like Twitch literally doesn't care because they have millions of other streamers that they can like rely on. That because like if they're not like the IRL people, they don't care. But even they ban their IRL people too. So like, I really don't understand the logic behind Twitch. I really don't.
Really bad. I guess that's why we spoke about like last week how I guess maybe people are moving over to YouTube.
YouTube gaming, yeah. Because they
This
treat their people with more integrity, I guess. They treat them with like an actual creator and an individual that's making their platform be better. I don't know. It's weird. Like, I still think Twitch is good for certain things, like the environment of Twitch, but not Twitch itself. Like, the company of Twitch is not good, but the environment of Twitch is.
Sometimes I've been seeing it on Twitter, like just people saying how there was this person that was a partner and how they've come out of that contract, and they basically spoke about how it wasn't actually a good decision for them. And it was interesting to see how someone who was a partner was basically like, this doesn't actually help me whatsoever in my career as a content creator. And I was
this is a person you knew?
No, it was someone, it just came up, and I think they were a well-known streamer or something like that. I can't remember who it was though, but it was just, he was listing all the points and just how Twitch has been treating them throughout the whole time. And it makes sense that one of the points was like, once someone, it's like, I kind of know, maybe like once someone becomes big, I don't know if it's like for everyone, but like, I guess people stop watching as much, maybe to go and watch other people because they think, oh, now they're big, they won't want to be watched or anything. I remember, obviously,
I feels like that's the case. That's true, because like they feels like they become so big that it's hard to type in their chat and that they'll be noticed. So they go to people that they can be noticed for. I do know people do that most of the time. But sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. I agree with you. I think once you feel like someone's made it, you feel like you want to support other people that I guess is like, I guess you could, like what he mentioned and what he said was like, quote, the underdog, which makes sense to me, because obviously people want to support the underdog most of the time anyway. So it kind of makes me think.
How do you know when you actually made it though? Like, what is the point of you being successful?
I think everyone's perception of that is different though. Do you not think?
Right.
I think people, I mean, like some people might think reaching affiliate has made it for them, and that's perfect. I think that's a perfectly, fine decision.
There's one VTuber who said that's enough for them, because they definitely have enough people in their stream consistently enough to go partner. But I remember she said that she didn't physically do it because she would be limited on other things she could do, like streaming on YouTube and stuff like that, and she makes a pretty good, living just being an affiliate. And I think that's admirable, because here I am trying to work my ass off trying to get to partner, but like, they have this mindset, it's like, man, fuck partner.
Yeah. I've just wanted to do it. I think, I don't really know. I think once you get there, you'll think you'd want it. I think that's what everyone wants, really, don't they? Everyone wants to try and get to that moment, right? I think it's so ingrained into Twitch that you should try and work your way up to that point, right?
For me, it's not even about the money.
It's not even about the money. No.
It's more so about an accomplishment that you did it.
Yeah.
Like, it was all worth it in the end. Like, you worked and streamed your ass off to get to that point that they acknowledged you as, that badge. Like, almost like, I guess in a way, Twitch partner is essentially like getting a YouTube plaque, that they give out for 100K subs or whatever. It's like that stamp, like, you made it, you did something.
I guess then
amazing.
You're kind of just going for the badge then, right? That's all you're going for, really, which is kind of insane to think about, that so many people are trying to get this badge, and because the money side of it isn't really as good. You only get 70-30 instead of 50-50, right?
Yes.
So
at least from my side.
Yeah.
What does it mean for you? Like, why do you want to get it so bad?
I think it's like you said as well, it's like an accomplishment. I think because everyone's working their way up to it, it's like such it's like a goal. Everyone has this goal in their head, and that's it. And to me, it seems like an amazing goal if I could ever get to that point. I think it's because it's such a reach for small streamers, right?
Right.
Well, for me anyway, in my head, I'm like, when I was starting off, that I'd be like, oh my god, that would be amazing to get to that point. And then when I read all this, I'm like, I don't know. I was thinking, I do agree with all the points they're putting out, but I would still love to get to that point anyway.
I would love to have them on the podcast so we can interview them and see, like,
sick. Oh
and
my
ask
god,
these questions to get their perspective off that and see how they feel about it. But that's why I was like, oh, do you know this person? Like, have you, like...
No, God, I wish I did. I wish, because that would be actually insane to speak to someone that has, or has wanted to become, who has enough viewers to become a partner, or has enough, like, you know, I don't know, or close to getting it. Right. But they're choosing not to do it instead, which would be very interesting to speak to someone who would want to do that. Because
maybe one day we're getting big enough for it. I think eventually we're getting big enough to invite certain people on to be like, hey, can we like get a deep dive on
into Twitch partner? That would be really sick. That would be really cool, actually. Definitely we have to look into that, because I would love to know.
Yeah.
Because God, I don't know. It'd be scary though. They'd probably change my mind. I'm like, shit. God damn it. God damn it.
I mean, I feel like it's important to be educated on what you're getting into, because this is a career that we both want to do for a long term.
True, yeah.
So it's those certain things that you have to be concerned about, you know? Like when it comes to like the numbers and the environment, the work environment of the employer that you're trying to be employed by, you know? So like it is scary. I'm not gonna say it's not. But it is definitely important to know what you're getting into. Because, like, when it comes to, like, being a content creator and stuff like that, we don't really know what the fuck we're doing. We're kind of just making it up as we go.
We're going. We're vibing.
And, like, everybody who gets to the point of streaming does it in their own way. So there's never a pinpoint way of how to go about it, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, like, just getting an idea, an outline of how the ins and out is could help reassure your mind of what to expect, at least a little bit.
Yeah, I think definitely look into that. I think that'd be like, you know what'd be really sick actually for the podcast? We should definitely go into stuff like unpopular opinions and stuff like that about VTubing. Because and maybe speak to someone that has that mindset or whatever. That'd be really cool to speak about that.
Do you think more people have unpopular opinions of VTubers from when it first started to now?
I think because the community's growing, there's more and more people that are, I guess, toxic, I suppose. It is growing. Everyone wants to be a VTuber, right? I think that's, well, not everyone, but a lot of people do want.
I feel like, do people want to be a VTuber, or do they just want the streamer that goes with being a VTuber?
I guess it's because it's becoming more known that people are getting and seeing VTubers about more often, especially with like Iron Mouse as well about, right? Have you not seen like the advertisement with V Sojo?
No, I watch it all the time. That, you know, Iron Mouse, she got into this gacha game. Like, she's like a character within it that you do so many times. Like a Tokumei game, which is pretty cool. Both Iron Mouse and Nanners are getting Nandroid figures made of themselves.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's insane.
I mean, Hololive already has figures of their VTubers.
Yeah, I need to show you as well.
And then I think VShojo Japan is starting a branch of VTubers.
Wow, that's insane. Oh my god.
So they're doing big stuff right now.
It's become so big that it's being advertised. Look how big that is. That's insane. No, in Japan.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's pretty crazy. It'd be a dream to get to that point, you know?
Oh god, yeah.
To that status, and it'd be cool if that possibility ever would to arise.
Yeah.
But, you know, I would hope I would pray. I do want it. That's why I work my ass off to get to it. But at the same time, I don't let myself get in the mindset that's the only reason why I'm doing it. You know, I do it, you know, obviously because I love it. But that is a good goal to have, like a long-term goal.
I think it's really good to have goals and achievements that you want to, you know, accomplish. Because I don't know. I mean, then again, some people want to just do it for fun, and that's perfectly fine. I think everyone has, you know, these ideas in mind that they want to do VTuber or they want to do streaming. Like some want to hopefully make it a job one day. Some people just do it for fun. I think all of them are equally like, you know, right, and, you know, and are just, you know, justifiable.
How would you? What would your mindset be if you were like me or you were on a poster in Japan?
Oh my
advertised
god!
As like a regular anime, like essentially because like in Japan that's the holy land of anime.
Yeah.
It's natural for them over there. So the people are essentially seeing you as an anime person.
That's true. That is strange, right?
So
I guess you can't.
All these people that's looking at your image and like, oh man, where's that anime character from?
That is insane, isn't it? That's crazy. It's crazy to think about because I feel like I would probably not be able to achieve that. I think what I do is I try to set goals.
I think you can achieve that. You are a special being. I said this last time.
No,
and I'll say it every single time to you. You're a special being that everyone wants to be around you and they love you and I love you and you have so many accomplishments that is coming your way. Like you just hit 3.5.
I know, it's kind of whack actually, kind of crazy. It's kind of it's so weird.
You're gonna just continue to grow. How's that experience for you? Like, you've been popping off recently. You've been popping off.
Weird. It's really weird to see you growing because I was actually saying this to my friend the other day. I feel like some people come in and they're like, oh, or when I'm in other people's room, that they're like, oh, you're doing so well, and for me, it feels like I'm still at like 500, if that makes sense. Even though like I think 500 is amazing to be at, and that because I think that's when I first like I think celebrated. I think it's my first celebration. I've always thought that was like such an amazing time for me. That's like I don't know. I feel like I'm still there, which isn't the case, obviously. But to my mindset, I feel like I'm still like
you've been popping off in a good way, and I'm happy for you. I'm glad that you're having so much success as your friend that gets to see it happen and talk to you about it happening. It's beautiful to see. It's beautiful to see your friends being successful. I mean, like I said, you're such inspiration of how just to be yourself and this bubbly personality.
No, but I think you are as well, you know. I think we're both we obviously are just ourselves, and I like that about us. Don't get me wrong, I think other VTubers, it's so cool to see as well that other people stick with this theme and stuff like that. I think that's really cool as well to see that people are like really embodying their VTuber, right?
Right. I do agree because like you know I for the first time in a while I did something in my Discord. I did on Twitter too, but more so in my Discord that I don't really naturally do, and I asked for feedback because you know I care about this job that I do seriously. I take it seriously. And I, not even in a point that I'm being down on myself, I just want to get people's feedback on what they think as a progression for myself to keep growing and pushing the boundaries of what I can do. And the surprise feedback that I got was just something I wasn't expecting, you know?
Oh, really?
From what people are saying, that, you know, one person was saying that, you know, they love how fun and energetic I am. I don't agree. And they love how, regardless of the game, you just have fun with it. Like, you played the old school games and stuff, and you're always kind and sweet to everyone you know. And, you know, and other things. I'm not trying to get a big head and make it about me.
You are. That is insane. I'm so happy people are seeing that, though, because that's who you are. You know?
I don't think so,
you've been popping off too, not just me. Do you not think? You're doing so good recently. I think you are.
I mean, maybe. I guess. I don't know. It's hard to say because, like, I still, you know, I feels like ever since, you know, I guess in the same way as you, once I hit that 1K, I feels like that's all I've been at for a while. and I feels like I haven't really like seen any change. But in a way, there has been, and people hasn't been noticing it more. Especially like as we talked last time, you know, I changed the way I do things, and people seems to be really enjoying it a lot more. But and me, I don't know. I had to talk with another friend, as well, where she put out a post where she felt like she's not really getting anywhere. That she feels like she's still very complacent, and like compared to like all of her other friends, and like I'm like, man, you are such an inspiration to me. You're like you made it to partner. You're popping off like within the 2 years. You have this fan base around you, and you are such an inspiration, and you have this energy around you that people wants to be involved with you. And it's crazy to see that you know the problems that I have is something that everyone goes through.
Oh yeah, everyone goes through it,
despite their growth and where they're at and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And I just messaged him like you just. Some things that can help is like, as we were saying, setting small goals for yourself and making it like easier to achieve the bigger goal that you're trying to achieve, and not make you feel discouraged that you're not growing.
Oh yeah, I think it's also it's good to acknowledge the fact that you don't continue to grow. There's going to be steps where you go back and forward. It's not good just going to be continued growth. And I have to tell myself that, because I know I don't listen to my advice most of the time. But if you're never going to constantly go up. I mean, unless it's, I don't know, very lucky that you're continually going up and up. There's going to be moments where you have a standstill, or you're going to go back a little bit, but there's always going to be growth, all the time. It just depends how long it's going to take, and then going up again.
Like, no. I do think there is steps for you to do for yourself to improve how you want people to perceive you as. Like, I guess some things that I did is that I wanted to take. I wanted more people to take me more seriously. Is that I love being, lewd and stuff like that, and I like being perceived as that. But I don't want people to only know me as that,
Yeah.
So I try to find a good balance between being lewd. I mean, I'm always gonna love guys. That's always gonna be my thing. But I find more a balance of being lewd, but also being more chill. And bring that positive energy that I always brought to the table. Yeah. More. Yeah. Like, I even took away certain redeems. Like, I used to have the thing where you get the fox and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I took that away.
Oh, really?
I took away a lot of other, like, things that was very, like, I guess you could say, more lewd than normal. Like, I still feel that way. But, I'm not trying to present myself as that all the time. If that makes sense.
It's just part of you. It's not it's not like all of you, but it's part of you.
Yeah.
Which is, it's nice to hopefully people see, like, obviously there's obviously more to you other than, I don't know, your lewd side, but it is part of you still,
Yes. Yeah. So like, and I've been trying to just keep an open mind on new possibilities and new things I can do. Of growing, but I still feels like I'm just still very complacent. And it's hard to like not feel that way when you're around people that is, I guess you could say in the quote unquote popping off, in their own way. But it's hard, you can't really compare yourself to others because they're having their own story to play.
Yeah, you've said that before, and it's actually really good that it's like you've said it that way, because everyone's story and everyone's growth is different. Everyone's is. So yeah,
it's I feel like it's more harder and it's more in your face is because we're trying to make this our career.
Oh
like,
yeah,
this is our thing, and these are things that you have to be aware of.
Yeah.
More often than just doing it for fun. I think I passed the point of. I mean, I still do it for fun, obviously, but I passed the point of that just being lax about it, and to the point, like, I want to be serious about this, while having fun at the same time. So, I guess it comes with the territory of you will hit that roadblock a lot more, and I think that's why it's so more important to set goals, like small goals, so you don't get discouraged a lot. I mean, it's okay for it to happen sometimes, but
I think as well always. So everyone does get a little bit discouraged sometimes, and I think the best thing to do is just stick it through. It's gonna be hard though, because sometimes you feel like, oh, what's the point? Like, if you can't continue to grow. But I think it's just a consistency of like trying to stick it through, especially with the tough spots, because sometimes everyone has the tough times where they're thinking that. I know that a lot of people do. And that's why they go on breaks, or I don't know. People just want to go on breaks anyway,
No, I feel that. Speaking of that, I feels like I decided to do something that you're doing for the first time ever.
Really?
Is actually go on a vacation next week.
Yes,
and
I'm
like
so excited.
literally not do anything. I mean, I still mostly will do the podcast because I love doing the podcast, and like upload on YouTube because I want to keep my streak of uploading every day because that's what I've been doing. But other than that, I won't be streaming.
Really?
And like
next week or the week after?
Next week. This week.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna be off on Sunday. So I'm gonna be my last week of streaming is gonna be next week, which is gonna be weird. And then I'll have like a week off, and then I'll come back again. But very exciting, very exciting. I'm very excited to go away. I'm gonna miss everyone, like I said last time.
I couldn't completely stop doing stuff. As I said, I tried to tell you to do that, but I myself couldn't do that.
You can't even do it, man. Oh my god.
So, I don't know. I don't know what I would even do. I'd be like, man, I want to stream.
What kind of exciting things do you have planned for the future? I mean, obviously, we were talking about last week, though. We know what you're planning. We know. Well, I know. Well, and the audience knows maybe a little bit. Maybe.
I mean, I do have future plans of making a model soon.
Getting
a new model, which I cannot wait. I have started the process of getting a new model. Like, I started the payment. Like, I did my first payment. So, like, the first sketch should be coming out soon, which I can't wait. I mean, obviously I won't be showing other people, but I'll be showing friends, of course.
Yeah.
But, so I'm excited for that. I mean, other than that, I'm excited for just future opportunities that I hope will come my way. One thing I would like to try to do for myself is try to partner with a couple of different places, like you know the GG Cup.
Oh, gamer subs.
Yeah, gamer subs. I kind of want to do that. I think I want to try to see if I can take steps to do that. Because I've been so focused with the EVZ stuff, which I still am, and I love, but I would always be like afraid. Well, should I do other types of like collabs, like that's merch and stuff, because like it's not AVZ and stuff. But I have been thinking about it more and more, and I've been thinking about it, even like with Tokumei and stuff like that, and like the future possibilities that would present itself with. And I think that'd be cool to do those type of partnerships and stuff.
That would be.
I thought about doing like a charity stream.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be cool.
I don't know how that would go because I've never done one before. So I mean, stuff like that. I would say that's like future things I've been thinking about. What about you?
Obviously, I'm sorting out merch at the moment. Kind of cool.
Yes, a nice Anime for Days merch. I cannot wait.
The model, mine's freaking out, but I'm very excited to bring everything out. I've been working on it. I've been waiting just to check everything is okay at the moment. I'm very excited to let everyone know. Obviously, no one's inclined to. It's just more. It was a goal of mine when it was my subathon, where I didn't think I was going to hit it. That's why it was so high. I did hit it. Really? I literally thought I wasn't going to hit it. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was just going to be one of them things that I had up there and it wasn't going to hit it. Lucy, that's why I put it up.
We could do this all day. I think highly of you, and I'm going to always say this.
You think too highly of me. I think I think less highly of myself, which I think is to stay humbled. And I also hopefully talking about partnerships as well.
Can you tell me after? I mean, I'm not
I won't say it now because I want to speak about it a bit more. I can tell you after that, but hopefully I can announce it very soon, actually. Very soon.
Okay. I mean, you don't have to tell me on the podcast, but like
I'll tell you after. Don't you worry.
You know, we tell each other everything. We don't keep secrets.
It's true. We do not. We don't keep secrets. But no, hopefully there's big stuff coming. So yeah, very exciting stuff. Very, very exciting. I can't wait.
Other exciting stuff is I wanna, like I said, I would like to do, we talked about this last week, I would like to do a Reddit for Tokumei podcast where people could post memes and stuff for, which I think would be pretty cool. We talked about other stuff, but I'm not gonna announce it just yet because it's not set in stone. But mostly the Reddit, I do think we have talked about it. We should definitely do. And, you know, I'm just happy with, like, the responses that we've been getting with the podcast recently. You know, from people watching on Instagram, from people listening to on Spotify, and just, like, and watching on YouTube. And just that.
On TikTok as well.
And, and on TikTok. And then on Twitter, you guys have been showing so much support. And, you know, you guys come to our streams and talk about the podcast, and
which makes us very happy. It makes me very happy when people talk about the podcast and people say how much they like it. It makes me so happy. Everyone's so freaking nice.
It's so sweet because you know, we're just two friends that just like talking. And
now YouTube and VTubing. I meant VTubing, not YouTube. What is wrong with me? Don't judge me, lads. But no, that's what we just do, you know? We're just vibing.
Did you know that
I'm just happy you get to listen along, you know?
Right, exactly. Did you know there's some people that be listening to us in Germany?
Really?
Like, we have some Germany listeners. We have some, I think some people in Japan were starting to listen to us. Like, from what the things I've seen, like, obviously US and UK is, like, the biggest. But, like, Germany,
it's just a load of people. I think
it's crazy.
But it is cool. It is cool to think about that people do listen and watch or whatever, or try and support in any single way, like even just tweeting out or something like that. It's just so cool to see. Definitely.
Yeah. But if you haven't yet, you know, you should follow the Instagram, the Twitter, the YouTube, the Spotify, so you're notified and up to date when we post and make stuff and happen, because we're going to be trying to put out more posts on Twitter. You know, guys, what you guys want to hear us talk about for topics and stuff. And we're trying to just, you know, be very innovative with this podcast because we love it a lot. I enjoy it a lot. I get to talk to my best friend, one of my best friends of all time.
Yeah, I love it too. I was saying to Kendia how much I love doing the podcast. It's so nice to just speak and talk about stuff that's been happening in the community, or just speaking about anything in general, because I just love talking. We both love talking. And we might as well, right? And
I love that we can have an open mind, like, because we can just speak our mind of how we feel, and like we kind of have that same wavelength, you know, of how we feel about certain things and stuff. So it just works, you know, in the end.
Yeah.
I think we did have like a special thing we were going to try to do today, but we kind of got caught up on the convention
talk. We need to do that next week. I think we have to do next week. Yeah, that's fair. But no, I think we'll do what we wanted to speak about next week, about basically just ourselves, and you get to know us a bit more.
Yeah.
We could do like questions. We could set up maybe some questions you want to ask us. Maybe that would be pretty cool as well.
That would be pretty cool.
I could ask some of my chat as well. I think that would actually be a banging idea. If you want to know anything about us.
Because we realized that we never actually did a deep dive.
Get to know us. Yeah.
Us. Like, you guys know us through streams and through the podcast, but you guys don't really know us. Like how I almost died today. Like, not today, but like, you know, at a convention. So it'd be cool to you guys to ask us some questions, what you guys want to know about us and stuff.
So yeah, give us a message or tweet us or whatever. We will respond. And we'll talk about it next week. But thank you everyone so much for watching today. It was so nice to have everyone here and listen, and thank you so much all for the feedback as well that we've had, like what we said again. So thank you so much.
Also, let us know what your con experience was down in the comments. If you're on YouTube or Twitter, let us know what your con experiences was. If you had any like positive, negative, funny ones. If you're excited about cons, do you cosplay? Any of that stuff. We would love to hear
We'd
about
love
it.
to know. We'd love to freaking know. But go check out Kenty at Kentina Star with everywhere. Wait, is that the same everywhere?
Everywhere.
I think it is.
Everywhere.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
And when do you stream? What time do you normally stream, Kenty?
I stream from 5:30 EST to 10:30 EST.
Hell yeah.
From Monday through Fridays, off on the weekends. And then,
yeah.
of course, don't forget to follow Anime for Days, aka Lucy. On is your name on every is it Anime Days for everything?
Well, a little bit different on Twitter, but other than that, it's just an X on the end. But yes, thank you everyone so much for watching. We will see you next week. And yes, bye bye everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.